Yo, what's good, man? What's good? MCXPRadio is here in the building. Apologize, man. I couldn't get to y'all Friday. I got a little bit busy, but we got a show, so decided to go ahead and drop it today. A lot to talk about. Myself, Brian is in the building. I see everybody coming in, tuning in, logging in. Y'all already know, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, and any notifications of my show and also all the shows of BGSE Network. Y'all know how we do it. Please, like I always like to say, please leave your comments, all of that good stuff, so I can go ahead and post them up while we're having our conversation. I'm crunk about it today. I hope y'all live this wonderful Saturday. Without further ado, baby, let's get this in. Let's go.
Swagger pimp, yeah. Can't now another nigga like me. Yeah. Okay, it goes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rockin'. It's time for hip hop. Who may reach watch? No sir, not for show. No bars made up of fairy tales. I'm trying for a tragedy, I know it well. So put your hands up in the air just for the winners. A peace sign of pimps, the prostitutes, the sinners. We all deserve a second chance, but we products of illusion and victims of our own circumstance. Apply the pressure, I bet you can. Live the life that you love, shout out to Rand. Love the life that you live, shout out again. It ain't a tough pill to swallow once you comprehend.
All right, man. Let's get into it. First and foremost, man, I want to let y'all know that today's show is sponsored by beer and watermelon. So if you see me enjoying it, yeah, it's been a good weekend. Good weekend indeed, man. I grilled yesterday. Some good grub. My boy Brian, he came through. Got him a plate to go plate and everything like that, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we was in that. Yeah, it was looking hidden, boy. You know what I'm talking about? But it is what it is. Appreciate y'all joining, man. A lot to talk about. You are officially kicking it. Usually it's the Friday, but it's the Saturday Man Cave here on MCXP Radio. Like I said, I got my beer. I got my delicious watermelon. Enjoy yourself. Get you a drink. Whatever you need to do. Make sure you get your comments and everything like that. We about to start the show. Well, not my favorite, but hell, everything about the show is my damn favorite. Let's go. 3 points. Let's get it. All right, Brian, man, let's talk, bro. Let's talk. First and foremost, NBA free agency and the trades. Look, people are moving. People are going to different places. Lots and lots of moves that are being made here in the NBA during this free agency. Am I surprised? Am I shocked? I can say yes. I can say no. But for the most part, yes, I am. I will say one that I did not really truly expect. Excuse me. I really did not expect that Paul George was going to end up in Philly. Thought somehow that he might have just stayed in LA Clippers uniform, but Philly, and it just seems like Philly has a lot of money this offseason. I don't know where the hell all this money is coming from because it seems like they signed like at least 6 or 7 freaking damn people, and I may be wrong, but somebody check those facts for me out there and let me know. But damn, man, but Philly gives them, I think, was it a 4-year, $212 million deal or something like that, man. Yo, what you think, man? What you think, Brian? He's in Philly now. He's left the Clippers, a franchise that we know that is never really ever going to do anything. But hey, that's just what that is. But he's in Philadelphia. Can he change things around? Can he change things around in Philadelphia with Joel Embiid?
Well, he'll add to the team. I don't know if you would. I don't know if I would call it change things around. I mean, Joel Embiid was hurt the whole second part of the season. He missed a large part of the season, and he was hobbled, a little injured during the playoffs. I mean, he played pretty good. He played admirably, I think, but it's obviously he was struggling with issues. He was on and off the court, even in the playoffs. But I mean, he's still, when he plays, he's good. He's a good player. So I don't know if I would say he's gonna turn things. I don't think they going in the wrong direction. So turn things around. I don't know if that's a fair assessment, but I think he'll add to the team. I think he'll make. I think they'll be better with him.
Grandizer with the first comment. They always leave the Clippers.
Yeah, well, I think the Clippers were trying. The Clippers were trying to change that. I mean, getting those. The Clippers never was able to get three guys like that together at once. Harden, uh, Paul
Grandizer was a
George,
playmaker.
and Kawhi Leonard. I mean, the Clippers never had that type of roster. I mean, you got to go back to
No. Yeah, the
Chris
Chris
Paul
Paul,
and
Blake
Blake
Griffin.
Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they never had a champion. I mean, um, especially a guy who won MVPs in the finals
Hmm.
and then sign him, to their team,
What
and
is it
and
about this
then
Clippers franchise? Because it just seems like they've recently had all this money. Steve Ballmer comes in, the owner. He has a lot of money to throw. But for what reason, why this franchise can't get over the hump?
well, Kawhi Leonard, for whatever reason, he doesn't get any criticism. Well, he doesn't talk. He stays under the radar in a lot of NBA criticism. I see KD getting more criticism than Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, no, I don't
And
know.
and Kawhi Leonard, that's why Paul George left. He can't trust Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why Paul George left. It's not even necessarily not trusting the Clippers franchise. I don't think. I think he can't trust Kawhi Leonard to actually play,
He's
to be there.
as good as Kawhi is, man. He seems to be like one of the most lackluster type
Lack
of
of
players.
yeah,
That, like
lackadaisical. Just don't care.
very lackadaisical.
He don't seem like he cares. I don't think
Doesn't
he
really
really.
care.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about basketball.
Signs the contract. He gets the money, and he's just like, okay, whatever. And you don't see him trying extra hard to get out there and help support the squad. It damn near feels like you rarely see him play because he's quote unquote always hurt. Is he
Mm.
really hurt? Is he pulling that bullshit that he did in San Antonio? I don't know, man. But I would be upset too. I would be upset too. As good as Kawhi can be, we haven't seen a good Kawhi in I don't know how many years. Uh, I'd probably say the last was that win that they had in Toronto. That
Yeah,
stint that they
yeah.
had in Toronto. That he actually played his ass off. But other than that, man, it's like
He's
so I
had a
don't
few. He's had a few elite level games with the Clippers, but I mean, to me, from what I see, they few and far in between. From what I've seen.
Grandizer says, do the Clippers need to move? They got to compete with the Lakers. Uh
No,
well,
then the
I,
Bomber is not gonna move from Los Angeles. He's building a brand new stadium in
yeah,
Inglewood, so he's not
yeah,
going anywhere.
yeah. That's just one of them franchises, man. That's one of them franchises like you feel like if you get put on that team, like your career is like coming to an end.
Oh,
You know what I'm
damn,
saying? Like
damn.
every major sports has that, bro. Every major sports has it. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at the NFL, like you go to the fucking Browns. Like, come on, bro.
Well, the Browns are trying to win again.
No,
I get what you're saying.
no.
I get what you're saying,
Okay, if
but
it's not the Browns, it's the fucking Cardinals.
I mean the Cardinals are trying to win too. A lot of NFL teams are trying. They're trying. They're trying. Just because they never win, don't mean they're not necessarily trying. Detroit is trying. Nobody ever thought Detroit would ever try to win. And even the Lions are trying to win. Like they're trying. The Cardinals got J.J. Watt. They got Hopkins. They
DJ Watt
added
retired.
They added Hollywood Brown. They had now some of those players are gone already. I think JJ is already back in Houston, I believe. But and JJ was going to retire, but I think he ended up going back to the Texans. But I mean, there's in the NFL, there's bad teams that are actually trying. I mean, Cleveland played pretty good last year. They at least they're paying money to quarterbacks. And to be fair, the Clippers tried. The Clipper with Bomber, like you said, with all that money, to be fair to the Clippers, they tried to put together a team.
I give you that. They tried.
They, they
They
tried. They
just
tried. They tried. They seem to be cursed. Definitely, if you want to say is the team cursed, then
okay.
it's
Okay.
possibly they seem to be cursed because whenever they make a run, whenever they get good players together, their star players get hurt. That happened to Chris Paul like 2 or 3 seasons in a row, where they
Mm-hmm.
get to the playoffs and Chris Paul gets injured and he misses games. So it just I don't know. Yeah, it's a cursed franchise, man. I don't know. I don't know
Maybe in
what.
the next 50 years. If y'all can just get one in the next 50 years, hey, I'm giving you 50 years. Let's
I
get
mean,
one.
he's right to ask the question: should they leave LA? I mean, that's a legit. They're not going to leave, but it's a legit question simply because yes, they always the step kid. They always the little brother. Like not even the little brother. They like the fucking. That's like their brother being 35 and they was just born at 2. I mean,
And
they
they will
just like
always
so
be.
far. They so far behind and always will be in the Lakers' shadow. So
They will always be. They will always be the little brother. Okay. Even if the Clippers were to beat the Lakers in like
the
a
playoffs.
series or in the playoffs or something like that. Let's say they just ended up winning the finals at some point in time, they would still be considered the little brother. Like everybody be like, you just got lucky and shit.
I mean,
Nah.
the rest of the league would love. I mean, there's a lot of fans. There's a lot of Laker haters. Imagine if the Clippers beat the Lakers with LeBron in the playoffs. I mean, it'd be a lot of people around the league would love to see that though. They would go crazy if that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
If the Clippers ever could do anything like that, like beat the Lakers in it don't matter which round, but what if they beat them in the conference finals to go to the finals?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
imagine that. Imagine
That'll
that.
be that'll
Like
be wild. That'll definitely be wild.
that will
Definitely be
be
wild.
that will be wild.
Um, you just mentioned Chris Paul, and Chris Paul, he's became a journeyman himself too. But Chris Paul is now a San Antonio Spur over there with Wimbenyama.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it. That's I mean, that's interesting. I mean, he's a smart player that, a lot of people kind of don't like him, but he is a smart player. He's a floor general, probably the last true floor general left.
y'all
He's
say Hall
not
of Famer, right?
what he used to be. I
Mm, mm, mm. But a lot of people will claim that he is, man. A lot of people
he's a,
will claim it.
well, the NBA lets everybody in. So, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer because the NBA Hall of Fame is, to me, I think it's one of the joke Hall of Fames in
Lakers are not
sports.
the evil empire, bro.
Lakers are the evil empire.
It
I mean,
was on my Twilight Zone stuff. Clippers
well,
beating Lakers. Hey, I said in
aren't
50 years.
aren't the Celtics the evil? Well, that's me. The Celtics are my evil empire. Shit, the
I can't stand
Lakers.
them. But as you were saying about Chris Paul, man, I don't know. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I think he will eventually.
he has something to teach. He has something to teach other players. I mean, maybe he'll go into coaching. I don't know. We'll see what he or maybe a front office kind of thing. He was president of the
He was
union.
the NFLPA, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe I could see him in the front office. I think he has something to teach players, younger players, and he has a lot to give
I
to the
think that's what
game.
the move was. I think that's what the move was. I think that's what the move was to bring him down and kind of help stir Wimby in the right direction. Give him some guidance. You know what I'm saying? It was a very veteran type of move. You know what I'm saying? And have the locker room,
Yeah,
on the right
it looks
path.
well with that signing. It looks like he's finally kind of given up. And I mean, other teams in the league has finally kind of given up on like thinking that he can add to a championship run.
Facts.
Because if
Facts.
if he couldn't sign with a
Facts.
team, if he couldn't sign with a contender, if contending teams actually think he could contribute to a championship run, he would be on a contender.
Facts. I
So
agree. I completely agree.
him going to San Antonio is the final signal that it's over for him. He won't win.
Well, I'm right there
And
with
that's it. That's a bad I mean, to me, that's a bad thing for me. I always hoped he got one. I really wanted him to get one with Phoenix.
you.
I wanted him to get one. That's just me personally. I mean, some people don't like him,
Phoenix.
like I said, and you
Uh,
hate Phoenix, and you hate Phoenix. You didn't want Booker to get one for sure. You did not
I
want
just don't
Booker to
like the
get one.
players of Phoenix. The players that Phoenix have now have really dropped that mystique of that franchise. I used to like Phoenix when they had the Kevin Johnson, the Charles Barkley, the Dan Marley era, Cedric Sabalos, when they had them guys back in the day. I really fuck with Phoenix. But these new crop of Phoenix players, I don't rock with. I just
Yeah.
don't. They just a little too weak for me. They just that I just don't fuck with. Um, but it is what it is. Grandizer, what about the Mavs? Any free agent? Let's talk about the Mavs, man. You said any free agency moves. Have you not been watching, sir? The Mavs have Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is the
Yep.
Dallas Mavs.
That is correct. That is correct.
For myself, man. For myself, I'm gonna say like, hold on, man. Avery didn't like Phoenix when they entered the league. The hate is strong. No, bro, no. I just said, man. I just told you. I fuck with Phoenix back in the day. This new crop of Phoenix Suns players y'all got are just weak. They're weak. But I'm not talking about Phoenix. Let's talk about the Mavs. Yes, Klay Thompson is now a Dallas Maverick. I want to congratulate the Mavs because they pulled off a very good move, very strategic. They did it the way that they did it. Um, it's besides Kyrie Irving, I say it's one of the strongest, well-known type of players signing that the Dallas Mavericks have had in recent years. Proud of those guys, man. I really, really am proud of them. Yo, Luca and Kyrie finally get a third person. They get a guy that can open up the space for space. You got a guy that can shoot the three on a regular basis. Broken, you've been down here in Dallas, man, and I know that you watched a lot of Mavericks games, man. What do you think about this move for the Mavericks?
Well, you kind of know what I think about Klay Thompson currently at this point in his career. He appears to be washed to me. So I mean, he hasn't played good since his injury. I
Y'all
mean,
said Kyrie
he's
Irving was washed.
he had no. I never said Kyrie Irving was watched. Not so
I'm
y'all.
saying
You
the
say
masses. I'm
say
saying the
other people.
masses.
Say other people. Don't use y'all. Say other people said
Well,
it.
I can't say y'all.
'Cause
Y'all is the masses. It's the same. Okay, okay,
well,
okay,
I'm
okay.
talking.
All right.
I'm talking. I'm speaking, and I said Klay Thompson appears to be washed, and then you say y'all said. So no, I did not say that. So yes, maybe other people did. Maybe y'all mean somebody else. So I'll give you that. You didn't mean me necessarily. But no, I didn't think Clay. I didn't think Kyrie was washed. I mean, Kyrie actually is. He didn't get injured like that. He didn't have. He's not. He didn't come off of an injury the type that Clay came off of. And I don't remember the last time Kyrie scored 0 points in a game on like 0 for 10, 0 for 12 shooting. I mean, I don't remember that ever happening. So Klay Thompson has had multiple 0 point games since coming back from the injury. I mean, he doesn't. I don't know how it seemed like he forgot to shoot. I mean, so I hope he rejuvenate. I'm not hating on the kid. Like I like him. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he's the son of a famous
Mm-hmm.
Lakers player. So I don't have a problem with Klay Thompson. Let
And
me
his
get that
dad was
straight.
crying because he didn't pick the Lakers, but that's another story.
That is another story that he passed us up, and I mean I don't have a problem with that myself, but it does look bad for the Lakers. that he did that it looks bad for LeBron, especially LeBron. I mean, LeBron waited way too long to say, I'm willing to take a play cut to bring in another superstar. He should have said that a long time ago. And then I think he still took the money anyway. So I think he
Yeah, he
still,
did.
yeah. So, but anyway, back to Klay Thompson. If he if he goes back to his old form, if he's old Klay, this is an amazing sign. I'll just say it like that. If he's old Klay, if he can bring that back, if he can get his shooting back, if he can shoot 40%, 37% from the three, 38% from the three. If he can be the sharpshooter, the quick release guy going around screens, hitting
Yeah,
open shots.
yeah.
If he can really stretch the floor, if he can be an outlet for Luka and Kyrie's drives, then yes, this is an amazing signing. It would do is they definitely needed more 3-point shooting in the finals versus
Oh
the
yes,
Celtics.
definitely, definitely, definitely.
And Klay Thompson has always been known as a good defender as well. So he can if he's able to defend, uh let's go back to the Celtics again since that's who they lost to in the finals. If he can defend multiple positions, he can defend Brown, he can switch off on Tatum. If he can do both of those things and help the Mavs defensively as well as offensively, then yeah, it's a great signing. It's an amazing signing if he can be the old player he was.
Excuse me. If Clay was on the squad this past year, if Clay was on the squad that was in the finals against the Boston Celtics, do you think that it was a different? It might have been a different outcome.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean,
I'm saying 40% from the 3-point line shooting Clay. I'm talking about.
shooting is contagious. I mean, for some reason, a lot of the Mavericks had bad shooting games all at the same time for some reason. And
Mm,
it just seemed like they kind of all went cold, and they were all. It wasn't all great defense from the Celtics. I mean, the Celtics did play some great defense, but Mavericks. I was watching every game, and the Mavericks missed, open shots, in a lot of instances. But shooting is contagious.
yes, it is.
So
Yes, it is.
so if Klay Thompson is as accurate as he's been, if he can be third quarter Klay, and he could drop 30 points in fucking one quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's hard to overcome. So it might have made a difference. I think, man, the key in that finals was Porzingis, man. The way Porzingis came out in that game one, and then the way he played the way he played in game two as well. It's just like Porzingis was they they couldn't stop him. They don't have nobody tall enough to deal with him. I mean, he's just shooting over all your players, everybody. And they were strong. I mean, they played him hard, but he just fucking shoot right over them.
Yeah, yeah. It is what it is, though. It is what it is, man. Just some more notable trades before we go into the next point. DeJounte Murray, he's with the Pelicans. Mikal Bridges gets traded to the Knicks. Buddy Hield is now with the Golden State Warriors. And Caruso and Josh Giddey, they swip. Caruso goes to the Thunder. Giddey goes to Chicago. So some notable trades and things that have been made in the NBA for this free agency. So you'll see a lot of new faces and some new places, but here's what it is, man. That's the nature of the business.
Caruso is a winner. So I think the Thunder will be they were the number one seed. I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't see that coming.
none
And
of us did.
I think they'll be back in the playoffs. Caruso is a
Oh
winner.
yeah, oh yeah,
He plays good defense, and I think they'll be back in the playoffs. I'm not sure if that puts them over the top. I don't think it really makes them better than Denver or Minnesota, or the team that they lost to, the Mavericks. So,
bam.
but
But they'll be up there. They'll be
they'll
up.
be
They'll
they'll be
compete.
they'll be back to the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll definitely compete. Let's go to point number two, big dog. Point number two. Bronny James, his NBA debut today. He played his first game in the G League or whatever you want to call it. It's the summer league. We all knew he was going to play for the summer league. But Bronny
Summer
James,
Summer League.
yes, his stats: 4 points, going 2 for 9 with 2 assists, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I'm
Why are you
laughing.
laughing, bro? Why are you laughing? Come on now. Come on.
I'm
Why
not.
are you laughing?
I'm
It's your
not clown.
team.
I'm
So I
not
mean,
clowning. It is my team. I'm not clowning him personally, but I was against. I was against drafting him. I was against it. I would
you
rather
knew
have
it was
drafted.
coming, bro. You knew it was
No,
coming.
no, I didn't think they would do it. Maybe I guess I'm the only naive Laker player out there, but I didn't. He didn't deserve it. He don't deserve to. He didn't deserve a guaranteed contract.
Hold on now. I did my show last week. You wasn't a part of it, but I was speaking on the nepotism of sports and everything like that. Is Bronny James a nepo baby? Number one. Number two, why you
Yes,
don't feel like he didn't deserve this?
because of
Because
his play.
because I don't
Because
want to.
because
Go
of
ahead.
his play. Because of his play. So a lot of people are going to say, okay, well, nepotism happens everywhere,
And it
everywhere,
does. And it does.
inside and outside of sports,
Corporate world,
in the corporate
everything.
world, everywhere. Yes, that is true. Some nepo babies don't deserve it though. So if you in an organization and you're working for a guy who owns the company, and you've been there for however long, 10, let's say 10 years, whatever, 10, 12 years, you've been working your ass off, you've proven a lot to the organization, you've
Mm-hmm.
moved up the ranks. The owner brings in his 21-year-old son who didn't finish college, who who maybe he been around a little bit, but he's not really great at the job. But he's gonna put him in a vice president position, and then he's gonna ask you to train the kid. But the
Mm-hmm.
kid is over you.
Mm-hmm.
Some nepotism ain't always good. Some
Okay.
some nepo babies don't deserve what they got. Now people will be like, well, you're just saying that because you don't have the ability to do that for your children. Well, number one, I don't have kids. And number two, if I was going to practice nepotism, maybe it would be in my own business that I own. And it wouldn't necessarily be in a merit based business like the NBA. Sports is supposed to be merit based, right? So sports is supposed to be based on merit, based on skill, right? Like so
Okay.
if you practicing nepotism, aren't shouldn't you put your kids in the best position to succeed? Shouldn't they be worth the position? Shouldn't they have earned shouldn't have even if they didn't earn everything, right? Because Bronny's obviously born with a golden spoon in his mouth. A lot of nepo babies born the same way. They already born in the money. But
Mm-hmm.
these
Mm-hmm.
nepo babies that take over their parents' companies, they put in a certain amount of work, right? They went to Harvard themselves, they went to Yale, they graduated, they have master's degrees, they got business degrees, they got all that shit. And then yeah, the dude brings the kid into the family business, back to the family business to eventually hand over the reins. You know what I'm saying? Like, or it could be a damn corner store, and the kid has been there his whole fucking life and ran it. Well, I mean, I so the reason why I say he don't
Albertson's got
deserve
him.
the reason why I
Albertson's
say he
got him
don't.
buy two get one free, bro. I'm just letting you know. I wasn't trying to cut you off. Albertsons,
Nah,
go to
nah.
Albertsons. Buy two get one free. I'm telling
Right.
you. You get three of them motherfuckers for about 10 bucks. You can't go wrong. All right, but go ahead. Go ahead.
You have a player in this game. This is the first game of the season. Bronny James starts at point guard. Starts.
Yes,
He's the
yeah. Of
starting point guard.
course he is. Of
You have
course.
a player. You have a player that he played more minutes than. Ronnie played 21 minutes in this game. Blake Henson played 18 minutes, 18:54. So let's say 19 minutes in this
Mm-hmm.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Bronny basically played almost 22 minutes. Blake Henson scored 17 points, 5 for 8 from the field, 5 for 7 from the trap. So he shot 62% from the field, 71% from three, He's 2 for 2 of his free throws. Bronny missed both of his free throws in this damn game. And Blake Henson scored 17 points. Blake Henson did not get drafted. Did not get drafted. Now, I'm glad the Lakers still picked him up. They were still able to get him, even though he wasn't drafted. I mean, yeah, that's great. Dalton Neck, the first round pick, he didn't have a great game. He was only 3 for 12. He did hit a three. He was 5 for 9 from his free throws. That's not a great percentage. 55% from the free throw line. He got to get that up. He scored 12 points though. You know, so I mean, Bronny, does Bronny deserve to be the start? It don't even seem like he deserves to be the starting point guard on the summer league team when you got players coming off the bench better than him.
Do you feel like this stage is bigger than what's needed for him at this moment? Because I think a lot of people agree that he probably should have stayed in college, maybe done another year or two to get his game up better in college. But maybe this stage is just a little bit bigger for him to handle at this moment. I just don't want to base it off of just one game. I want to give the guy some shots. I want to give him some shots. Give him some chances to get his numbers up. But
no, I can't say that it's too big for him to handle. He's the son of one of the greats of all time. So he is the son of LeBron James. He's been around the league his whole life, and I mean he's watched his father playing clutch moments and big time moments and high pressure environments and everything like that. So no, I don't. That being too big for him, that should not. That's the one thing that I won't criticize Bronny for. That I won't say he can't handle. Like that should be the main thing. That's the whole point of saying he deserved the spot. Is because that's the argument everybody been making, right? He's been around NBA players. He's seen how they move. He know how to take care of his body. He's seen the way LeBron take care of his body every summer. He should know how to eat. He should know how to practice. He should know how to work out. He should know how to stay strong throughout. So no, I'm not gonna say the moment is too big for him. He should be ready for, if any young NBA player who didn't play in a professional league like in the Euros and stuff like that. The reason why Luka is never shaken is because he was in like championship games in Europe and at what,
he was playing professional at 15.
17, 18, 15.
He was playing professional at 15.
And he was in championship games in full stadiums over there, right? Like, so of course Luka, nothing's gonna phase Luka in that sense. Bronny didn't necessarily play in the tournament or the Final Four or whatever like that, but I'm sure he's played in some pretty big either AAU games or high school games and stuff like that with other known players who were either going to be high recruits in college or some draft picks. So he's played with other guys. And simply being the son of LeBron, like no, if because they saying DNA, right? DNA genes, all of that matters in terms of he deserves this spot. So no, I'm not gonna. No, it's not too big for him. Nigga, he got to step up. He has to step up to the occasion. So no, it's not too big for him. He has to handle it. That's he wanted it. He wanted it. If he didn't want it, he could have told his pops, no, I'm staying. If he was his own man.
True.
Right? Because a lot of people say, well, because people will say, no, LeBron wants this. LeBron is pushing him to do this. Then a lot of people will say, well, how do we know Bronny don't? Well, obviously Bronny wants it too. Bronny may want it more than LeBron. Okay, well, if he wants it and he wanted to go to NBA, this is his dream to play in the NBA and with his father or play for the Lakers and all that. So hey, you asked for it, nigga. So now you got to step up to the occasion.
It said you asked for it. So
you asked for it. This is what you wanted.
Hey, I can't deny that. I can't deny that statement. Yeah.
Yeah, try to smooth it over. Bring me back to reality. Maybe I'm being too harsh.
I mean, I can't say that you're necessarily being too harsh about it. Can't necessarily say that. Um, I think the expectations. The thing about it is, if he's going to,
They gonna be high. The expectations gonna be high.
and that's the issue that I kind of deal with because if you're not looking at at the situation as a whole, like all the way around, then you know, and when I say you look at it all the way around, him being what 18 years old, him only having 1 year experience in college basketball, him coming to the Lakers as young as he's doing, you know, yes, he's played basketball all his life, but he hasn't played up to this level of competition and things like that. He still has growing pains. He still has to learn. There's things that he still has to be accustomed to, things that he has to get ready for. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So it's a lot of factors in that regard. Think I don't think anybody should be coming in looking at him to just off top average 25 this year. You know what I'm saying?
No, 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 no.
I'm just saying I don't think anybody should. That's why I'm saying like everybody's regards and expectations should actually be lower than what people are maybe out there assuming. You know, just because you are LeBron's son doesn't mean that you're about to put up LeBron style numbers. Still undersized.
Well, this is. I mean, unfortunately, this is who I said he is. So no, I don't expect him to do LeBron numbers because I don't think he's that good. I I don't think he deserved to be there. So I don't expect him to play better.
You saying he doesn't deserve to be there? Are you saying just based off of his skill, or he just doesn't deserve to be there because he's LeBron's son?
No, based off his skill, based off his play.
Okay. Okay.
He averaged 4 points a game in college. 4.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the average guy on the bench can get you at least 6 or 8, and that's on a good night if they get the playing time. You know what I'm saying? So, uh,
I
I hear
watched.
you.
I didn't watch a whole lot of USC games, so I admit that. But a lot of games that I watched, it almost seemed like they were forcing him on the court. It almost seemed
Mm.
like he was being forced on the court, even at USC. So that's just my opinion on it. I'm sorry, people can kind of be upset at that. I'm not
I could
waiting
see
for
that.
I'm
I
not
could
waiting
see
for
that.
him. I'm not waiting for him to fail. I'm not waiting for him to fail. I'm not hoping that he fail. I do want him to succeed. Uh, my main as a Lakers fan, my main thing is that the pick was to me it seemed like a wasted pick. It seemed like we could have got a better player. If you serious about winning, then you draft the best talent available. So it's like drafting a project guy at number 1 or number 2 in the draft. And you draft a project guy when you probably got somebody that's gonna go 3, 4, 5, or 6 that may be ready to play now and you drafting a guy based on potential or something like that. That's
Yeah,
that's
they were.
how that's how a Darko Milicic goes number 1 and then flames out of the fucking league. That's how that shit happens.
Well,
That's
yeah, they
how
were
shit
saying that
like that
Rich
happens.
Paul. They were saying that Rich Paul was calling the teams and telling them not to sign him more. If they did, that he was going to end up going to Australia or something like that. So, I said Rich Paul was really in there making I guess, the moves, so to speak, so the Lakers could have him at pick
Well, I
number
mean,
55.
I mean, we force. So this is where I disagree with Lakers brass, and I disagree. I disagree with the Lakers thinking that this is an achievement. So I mean, I'm allowed to disagree. As a fan of the team, I mean, I can disagree with the Mavericks. I can disagree with any team that makes a move or whatever. And as a fan of the Lakers, I disagree with my own team with this move. I don't think this move was conducive to winning as soon as possible. Lakers always about winning now,
Yeah, I don't
and
think that was a winning move. I don't think that was. I think that was more of a marketing move, honestly. Because from what I've heard, I've heard like his jersey numbers are like his jersey has already been damn near what sold out. Everybody's like
yeah,
buying the
yeah.
shit out of Bronny jerseys already.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's I don't have money is money. I don't have a problem with making money. A lot of businesses, of course, it's still a business, so they're gonna, and people will say, well, the Lakers have always done that. Don't you know that? Yes, I do. I do know that. I do know the Lakers have always done shit like this and done shit for publicity and marketing and everything like that. I understand that. I don't have to like it or agree with it though. But I was surprised. I don't know why, but I was surprised. I didn't think they would. I didn't. Obviously, the fix was in. Obviously, it was. So everybody
I
was
think we all
saying
kind
everybody was saying the fix was in ahead of time, and I was the only one trying. Maybe I was just hoping it wouldn't happen. Maybe in the back of my mind, I always knew it was gonna happen. So
of.
it
I think we
happened.
all kind of saw it. We all
Let's
kind of saw
see.
it.
Let's see where it goes from here, man. I hopefully he gets better, man. Hopefully he gets better.
We all kind of saw it. It is what it is. MCXP Radio doing the thing, man. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in. All the comments, Brand Dodger, all that good stuff, man. Down to 2 points. Let's go to the third point. And people, if you have been sleeping under a rock, I don't know, but I know we've talked about it in past shows, the Kendrick Lamar, the Drake beef, all of this good stuff, yada yada yada. But people, Kendrick dropped. Okay, let's set this up because Kendrick Lamar has the pop out Ken and Friends concert that happens on Juneteenth. Rumors start speculating that the song and he performs Not Like Us, which is the hit record right now, all just everywhere. He performs that about 5, 6 times at the end of the concert. There's rumors going around, circling around that he's going to do a music video for it. He does the music video, and it actually comes out on July 4th on Independence Day. Now, you say what you want to say. Kendrick Lamar is very methodical how he has done this and whatnot, how he has just methodically taken care of whatever this beef that he's had with um, Drake and everything like that. And there's a couple of photos from that video, him actually doing prison push-ups and whatnot.
Push
Uh,
ups.
yeah, this is him beating the Al Pinata, which is freaking hilarious, you know. And then I
Wow,
actually
wow,
like,
wow, 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 wow.
yes, man, yes. And then the fact that he's got DeMar DeRozan posted up like, I wish a nigga would say something, you know. And DeMar DeRozan is a byproduct of California. Um, and then
played
you know
played
what's
in
real,
play he played in Toronto
yeah,
for
you know
a
what's
large
real
portion of his
interesting,
career.
man. Look, the war is done. Kendrick won this thing. Okay, I don't care. All you fans can go cry and everything like that. But you know what? It was real funny, bro. As much as I've listened to that record, the part where he said, "I'm glad D Rose came home." I don't know why I kept thinking it was Derrick Rose. For some reason, I kept thinking it was Derrick Rose because everybody knows him as D Rose, and I'm just like, well, D Rose coming back, like I didn't understand it until I saw DeMar DeRozan, and I was like,
Right.
okay, now that's me just maybe that's me just being slow. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying it kind of confused me for a little bit until I seen him on the actual record and stuff like that. But yeah, man, yeah, look, this war is done. Kendrick won this officially. Um, like I said, he methodically dismantled dismantled Drake. We talked on this a little bit yesterday, man.
Yes.
He came by the crib. Um, so I want to just kind of expound on it just a little bit more. Um, we were actually saying that we were saying just how the records have came about. You know, which ones was the warning shots, what all their meanings were. Um, I told you, man, that I felt like that Meet the Grams was just well, I really feel like 616. 616 could have possibly been the kill shot, but that Meet the Grams was just like, I'm going for the jugular all the way around. Just I'm cutting your head off. I'm cutting your head off. Since Kendrick has came out with stuff, you haven't heard anything from Drake. He's been very quiet. I actually got a picture of Drake, man. It looks like that man, like the man has been aging. Like, look at his face. People, this is him at that all white party that just here recently had. He looks like he's been aging over this shit, man.
Wait. This just happened. This
Yeah,
party
this is a
just took.
recent picture. Yeah, this is a recent picture,
Okay.
all white party that just happened. I want to say happened yesterday or something like
Yeah,
that.
he got some stress lines going on there, man.
But you see that, right? You see
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
This is what happens when you're the top dog and the other top dog takes you down and puts you back in your cage. Um, what's up, broken man? Tell me at this point, and I told you exactly what I felt like Drake can do at this point, which is
Yeah, go.
nothing.
Well,
Which
go
is
ahead.
nothing. People, I want y'all to hear me, okay? I've done music and everything like that. When you come to an issue like this, somebody has literally this is worse than what 50 did to Ja Rule. And that was hilarious in itself. But Ja doesn't have any more like credibility. I don't know. I haven't seen even the slight remote people just actually like Ja Rule like that anymore. But like if Drake wants to keep himself relevant at this point, I feel that Drake should say nothing. Drake should do nothing. He should not release anything for the rest of this whole complete year. Kendrick is liable to drop another record, another fucking album, based off the success off of Not Like Us. He's liable to do another one. If he does it, he's got the whole year on lock. He's got the whole rest of the year on lock. Be quiet, Drake. Don't say nothing. Watch what you do in the personal life. Watch where you hang out, who you hang out with. Watch your social media. All of that bullshit that you're doing, watch all of it. Then come next year, early, first quarter, January, February, March, or something like that. Drop like a quick 3 to 5 song EP. Make sure all of those are fire ass songs. Super, super fire ass songs. To just get your legitimacy back up. The fact of the matter is, people ain't finna forget this shit. And you want to give the people time to forget it and get over all the hype that's going around. Right now, he can't do anything because it's not relevant. Like we talked about yesterday, he was on a song with what Camila Cabello, whatever that girl name is.
Yes.
Everybody said that song sucked. Hey, leave it alone. You don't need to be on anything else, bro. You just don't. Save yourself, son. Save yourself. Come on, just save yourself, bro. You know,
I wonder how many songs he has right now on lock and how many features he has with other artists since he's a major featuring artist that some of these record companies are like, we can't release this shit right now. Like we just can't do it. I wonder how many
mm,
albums are getting I wonder how many albums are getting rewritten right now.
mm.
Like or at least how many songs are being dropped off albums. I really wonder that. I wonder or how many plans people had. Hey, we were gonna work together in July and all in late July, early August. We were gonna do something in September, and I wonder how many people not answering phone calls or they just send a text like I don't think it's gonna work now. I wonder how much of that's going on. That would be interesting to me to find out who's holding back songs. He did the sexy red joint
Yeah.
and and which people I mean, you got a lot of people kind of falling off sexy red has kind of been divisive a little bit or kind of controversial even since she came out, she got fans, but then there's a lot of people that's kind of against her.
She's phasing out
um
quickly. She's phasing out
she
quickly.
okay. And then
Nobody
so
want to
he
hear
had
that trash.
he had that joint, and then now this joint, which is really it's not getting any. It's not gonna get any run. It's not gonna get any run. So I don't know, man. I agree with you that he shouldn't do anything. I said that. I said what I said was I agree with you about, come out with a fire, 3 songs, 5 songs. I said he can do an album, me personally, but what I said, if it's the 3 to 5 songs, they need to be all solo joints with just him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't try to recruit a whole lot of help and a whole lot of features to help build, because that's just playing straight into the criticism that you can't do it alone.
That's that
That you need
colonizer. Yeah.
that you need Atlanta artists, Houston artists, New York artists, any other artist, because I think you had said at first, you said at first, hey, do a song with Tyler or something like that. Like, and
Yeah, I
I'm
kind of
like,
mentioned that. Yeah.
and I'm like, nah, I'm like, don't, because that's
I was
just
I was
it,
saying he needed to do a song with somebody's hot, but then you actually stated like that's what he's been doing.
and that's the whole point. That's the whole point of saying, like, he always tried to attach himself to somebody hot. And I mean, and it's been a winning strategy. It was a winning strategy for years.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
not I'm
Yeah.
not necessarily saying it's wrong because it worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's obviously you making music, and it's about making money. It's about making hot songs. So hey, being having a lot of features and having these compilation albums, and you got DJs that release albums that they don't even rap on, and they bring in the whole industry to collab on an album. So that's been a thing for a long time. I mean, DJ Khaled, Funk Master Flex. I mean, it was being done before even DJ Khaled. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the compilation and bringing a whole bunch of dudes together. I mean, French Montana does it with the Coke Boys. Like, it's like 50 artists on his Coke Boy albums. You know what I'm saying? But so I don't.
I
It's
got a
nothing
question
wrong.
though.
It's nothing wrong with all that. But for him to prove that he's an artist, that he's an individual. I'm an individual. I got my own sound. Can he do? Can he do that though? Is that possible though? For him to be able to prove I have my own sound, I can solo. I can solo 5 songs. I can come out with 5 songs. So remember Lil Wayne's The Leak?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody featured on the Leak EP. That was all Wayne, just spitting.
Mm-hmm.
Fire
Mm-hmm.
songs, fire tracks, fire lyrics.
Right. Right.
So can Drake do that? Can he? Is he so stuck in his formula where can he do? I mean, I think he can. He's done albums before where he had plenty of solo songs or
Yeah.
songs by itself or whatever, where he carried this entire song on his own. And he has the talent. I'm not gonna act like Drake is completely talentless. I mean, he can sing and he can rap.
Let me
So
ask you this. Let me ask you this. When you look at this whole situation as a whole, this whole beef or whatever you want to call it, at what point did Drake make the wrong decision? What
getting
was it
into
that made him?
ever
What
getting into it
What
in
was
the
the
first
point that?
place.
Where did he
Never.
go wrong to get to this point? Because obviously he didn't see that this was gonna be this. He didn't see that it was gonna turn out this bad. Obviously he didn't. But what was the one mistake that he did, in your opinion, that was like, hey, man, you done fucked up.
I mean, talking about Kendrick's family, I guess. Talking about Whitney, saying something about Whitney and Dave Free, trying to say Dave Free was the father of his children. I think that's the worst.
He
That's
said this is
probably,
what family matters.
I believe so. Yeah, I think that was the most egregious. I think that was the most egregious. I mean, that's what brought on Meet the Grams.
True.
That's what brought on Meet the Grams. So, but I mean, obviously Kendrick was ready for. I think Kendrick was just one step ahead. Kendrick was playing chess, man, and Drake was
Yeah.
playing checkers. Drake was playing checkers. He was behind the 8 ball. Kendrick, like I told you, I think Kendrick laid this out maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Just at least, even if it's not all the lyrics and everything the way it would go, but I think Kendrick been thinking about this for years, how he would end Drake. If it ever happened to where I had a chance to do it, like this is gonna be the basic formula that I would use. And I think he been thinking about. I think Kendrick is a deep thinker, and I think he was thinking about this for a while. Drake just wakes up and does what's on his mind. And I don't think Drake had any strategy ready or you know.
Even that verse that he had with the future, with that future song, when he says "fuck the big three, it's just big me." To me, when I hear that, that's not even like a shot being thrown. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even seem like a shot being thrown. That's just like a guy just saying like he's the best motherfucker in the game.
Well, I
Okay,
mean, a
cool.
lot of rappers do that, right? Every rapper
Yeah,
boasts. Every rapper
every
boasts
rapper
about
boasts. J. Cole
about
has
being
said it plenty of times that he's the goddamn best.
right. That he's yes, and that he would kill niggas on the mic. Niggas don't want to rap with him. Everybody says shit like
That's
that.
just you feeling yourself. That's you feeling yourself. That's all it is. So why in your brain would you decide that you want to poke the bear and drop a
Kendrick
push
don't.
up
Kendrick
and do
don't
this like
like this. Kendrick don't like this nigga. He
no,
hates
I'm
him.
saying I understand it, but why would Drake do some shit like that and not understand the consequences of what can happen? I feel that there was a very high level of arrogance
Yes,
on Drake's behalf because
he
Drake has
think
been popular.
he's been
Drake,
so
Drake,
high. Yeah.
Drake is yeah. Drake's popularity and him being so hot and him being such an international star, he took that, excuse me, to the brain saying like, "Hey, it doesn't matter what you do or what you say.
I mean, and he has
I'm
an
always gonna
army.
be the one."
He has an army of diehard fans, diehard
Mm-hmm.
stands.
Mm-hmm.
He had a
Mm-hmm.
lot of supporters in what we call the hip hop media. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, he does.
he got a lot of supporters in the media, as well as fans. So I mean, I just think he thought his overall popularity
He's gonna win. He's
would
gonna
rise,
win that.
and uh he would be able to portray Kendrick as a lame, as a lame. Drake think he's the ultimate cool guy, and he would be able to portray Kendrick as being lame. That's what he thought.
My how the tables turn. My how they have turned. Y'all, if y'all not seen that Not Like Us video, please take the time to watch it. I believe within the first day they had already smashed them to 20 million. I mean, the song is still the hottest fucking record that's out. It's a summer anthem. It is the summer anthem.
Well, yeah,
And I
that's a given now. I mean, and that shit is all Compton too, though. That's what's so
that's what's
dope
so
about it.
dope.
For me, being born there, and I was born in Compton, lived in Compton, raised in L.A., raised in Compton, lived in Compton, been all around L.A. County. So, I mean, that's my home. That's my spiritual home. Even though I don't live there now. So, I mean, it's just dope. That shit is just so Compton. Like
I
it's
love it.
crazy.
I love it for y'all, man. I love it for y'all. Definitely, definitely. What's up, Granddad's Renters? Got another show I follow about to start. The Hidden Truths. Oh, okay. Ghost creatures, UFOs, and more. Bet, bet. Shout
Hey,
out to y'all, Granddad.
we gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about that, Grandize. We gotta put something together and talk about that. Those are dope topics as
We'll put
well. I love
some. We'll put some stuff together. I know. Yeah, yeah. I know you. Yeah, that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. We'll work on that, brother. You gonna work on that. You definitely gonna work on that, man.
that
MCX
shit.
for
That
radio.
that shit right there goes deep, deep, deep.
Man, you talk about a rabbit hole. Shit,
Man, man.
man, you ain't lying, man. MCXP Radio, y'all know how we do it, man. Let's get to winners and losers. Let's do it. All right, y'all, winners and losers, man. This is the part of the show where I discuss my winners for the week, my losers for the week, and just quick explanation of why I feel this way. So let's get right into it. My first winners, believe it or not, got two of them. It's going to be Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Oh, okay.
Reason being because they are all-stars, rookies. Rookie all-stars in their first league in the WNBA. These girls have been probably the most polarized players in the WNBA this season. All that you hear amongst all the other people that play in the WNBA, it's not a week that goes by that you do not hear Caitlin Clark's name, that you do not hear Angel Reese's name. Everybody has tried to put or pit them once again, against each other, as one is being the good girl, one is being the bad girl, all of this. But in the grand scheme of it, I've said it before. I think this is exactly what the WNBA needs. It needs these two girls, not calling any of them bad guys or good guys or whatnot, but their level of talent and what they're able to do is what the WNBA needs. And these girls have been flourishing in their own way. So I think that it is a very good thing that their very first year in the WNBA, they are considered all-stars. I congratulate them because, being an all-star in a professional sport is one hell of a thing to do. But that just lets you know that the people have been watching, folks have been watching, and everybody has been paying attention to the good stuff that you have been doing. I believe I just saw something. Caitlin Clark was the first one to come out with a triple-double. So she just had a triple-double not too long ago. Angel Reese, I believe she broke a record of having like the most games with a double-double or something like
Yeah,
that. So
she had a really big game recently in the last
yeah,
few days. She had a
yeah,
really big. I want to say it was like 30, 10 rebounds, something like that, and she hit two threes in that game. So she's she looking a lot better offensively. So she's starting to put her game together, her offensive game together, and that's great for her.
definitely, man. So I'm happy for them. Um, all shout, all shout out to him, man. All shout out to him because it is not easy to be an all-star. It means you have to be recognized by not only your peers but by everybody else that is watching, and you got to necessarily be standing out, doing what you do best at the top of your game. So I congratulate those girls. Those girls there are my winners for the week. Once again, congratulations to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. My loser, well, it's not a loser, it's a loss. I hate to say this, and I always hate when I have to come up and say these kind of things. But Mr. Kyrie Jackson, he is um, the Vikings rookie, plays cornerback, was drafted in the fourth round, and he just recently passed away
Yeah.
in a car accident. Did not even get a chance to come out and play for the team that he got drafted on. Very tragic indeed. I think it was him and then two other people that lost their lives. So I just want to say for him and his family, rest in peace. You never like to hear these kind of things. You know, young life cut short. Definitely, he was looking forward to being a part of the Minnesota Vikings team and helping them achieve their goals, playoffs, and further and whatnot. But you hate to hear these kind of things, man. But this is just to let you know, man, that life is actually real. These are the kind of things that can happen. We don't want them to happen, but they can happen. But again, man, here on this show, man, I do like to send my condolences to him, his family, everybody that's having to deal with it. I don't know if he had any children, but I know, family got to definitely be devastated. And of course, for the Minnesota Vikings organization, because I know they had high hopes for the fourth round pick to come out there and do what he needed to do. But now it's just sad because we will not get a chance to see him in uniform. And we will not get a chance to see him play at the highest level. So again, my condolences to the Kyrie Jackson family. and everybody that has to deal with that. With that being said,
I have a loser.
what you got, bro? Drake.
A huge L. A huge fucking L. Loser.
Ooh.
Bye bye. Bye bye, you fucking asshole. You piece of shit fucking racist. Ryan Garcia. Get him the fuck out of
Oh,
here.
I thought you were saying. I thought
Get
you said
Ryan.
about you died.
Get
I was like, wait a
get
minute, bro.
get Ryan Garcia, you fucking loser. Get your bitch ass out of here.
Yo, yo,
All the shit that he said
yo.
recently, he was on a fucking Twitter Spaces,
Yeah, he was. Yes,
Twitter
he
X
was. Yes,
Spaces,
he was. Yes, he was.
talking real big, greasy, slimy shit.
Yeah.
And the WBC has banned him. Suleiman came out, the fucking president of the fucking organization, has got him out of the WBC. He's banned from all WBC events, organizations, participation in anything of that. And it should and I don't know what any other organizations he tied to, whether it be IBO or WBA. All of them should come out and say the same fucking thing. I missed the statement that De La Hoya made, but De La Hoya spoke against him, from what I'm told. I
Mm.
did read the statement that his family made, and they spoke against him, but they tried to blame this racist piece of shit's comments on his mental state and his addictions and shit like that. No, motherfucker, no. He's just a fucking weirdo. I'm glad we finally found out the person that he always have been. He's always been a clown. The fucked up thing is I did kind of like him. You know what I'm saying? I respected his talent and ability. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
ever even before the run up to the Haney fight, even before the run up, when he started all this fucking uh almost like QAnon type bullshit and latching himself to either the MAGA movement or Christianity and stuff like that. Even with all that shit, I started feeling a way about him, and I was already saying that he's a fucking clown and there's something wrong with this guy. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? So even
Mm.
before the fight, and after the fight, he just been getting more arrogant, and more everything is just
Yeah.
coming out more and more, and he's just being more and more of a piece of shit.
Yeah,
It
man.
before the fight, we said, okay, is this trolling? What is this? Is it really drugs? Is it trolling? Is he going insane? Is he losing his mind? You know what I'm saying? And maybe some of it is trolling, maybe 20%, 20, 30%. But even a lot of trolls, like, if you're a racist fucking troll, you can't sit here and tell me that you're not still racist.
Facts.
Because
Facts.
only like regular people don't fucking troll that way. You know what I'm saying? Like trolling is just saying shit to get a rise out of people or whatever, but you never have to take it as far as the whole racism and shit. And talking about I want to join the KKK, talking about
Yeah, I don't know
uh,
what
I'll
he
I'll
was
be
on
I'll
something
be
else, man.
KKK. I want to dig up George Floyd and kill him again.
Yeah,
And
dog.
call
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he was on the line. He was on the line with Sneeko, which another motherfucker that I don't like. I don't like Sneeko either. So it's no fucking love lost fucking there. He's sitting there, calling Sneeko a nigga and a nigger and all this kind of stuff. And dog, if Sneeko is making more sense than you on a fucking
Something,
live or in a
something got to
fucking
be
Twitter
wrong.
in a Twitter X Spaces, it's something fucking wrong with you, bro. If Sneeko is the voice of fucking reason. And you're having a conversation with Sneeko, and Sneeko is the one that's the voice of reason. That should show you something, that you're a fucking idiot. Like, you're a fucking dumbass. You're just a piece of shit person. So I'm glad Ryan Garcia has finally shown his true character, what he is. Fuck him forever. I'm glad he's banned for a year. I'm glad the WBC ditched him. Maybe he'll go start that fucking boxing league he claimed he was gonna start, where nobody joins. and nobody is gonna want to work with him. Nobody's gonna be attached to him. Even a lot of Mexican fighters won't want to be attached to that shit. Obviously, look at what De La Hoya came out and said. So you're not fuck
I
this
don't know. I
guy.
just at this
Fuck.
point, I just think he just dug himself in a big major hole. I completely agree with you.
He's never digging. He's never digging out of this because they gave him a chance to fucking apologize. He said Sneeko, and like I said, if Sneeko is the voice of fucking reason, Sneeko said he came out and said he said fuck Muslims and all this and they baby killers and shit like this. Sneeko said, dog, like you're gonna regret everything you saying right now. You're gonna wake up tomorrow morning. Are you gonna wake up and no, I don't regret anything. Fuck that. I'll never apologize. I've never been touched. Well, okay. If you want to be so fucking arrogant, you wanna just be such a piece of shit or whatever. The Muslims are of all different ethnicities and races. The last people. Well, I mean, there's another one too. But you don't want to fuck with the Muslims or you don't want to fuck with any of them Abrahamic religions. You can come at Christians low key all you want, especially in America, right? It's like we allowed that. Christians are allowed to be the whipping people. You know what I'm saying? Like you can mock their religion, you can talk shit, you can have fucking gay nuns at Dodger Stadium. You can do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you get to the point where you start mocking Muslims and that other one that shall not be named, you can't talk shit about these people like that. Like, you know, they're not going to forget that. They're not going to let you live that down. You're not coming back from that. You know what I'm saying? So he's not coming back from these comments unless he really, and nobody is going to give a fuck about his apology. You never know if the guy is fucking serious or not. He's just acts like an asshole. Remember he was sitting there with who was that? Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler wanted to fucking kill this dude. Jimmy Butler hates his fucking guts.
Yeah,
you could just see it. You could just see it. Yeah, you could just see it. Jimmy Butler was like, this fucking clown. Like, fuck. Like, sit down and just act like an adult. Stop being a fucking teenager and just
it is what it is, man.
He's not a serious person. He is not a serious person.
It is what it is. He done dug his own self into that hole, and like you said, he ain't getting out, bro.
And he ain't getting out. Fuck him. Spread dirt on him. Get rid of him. Rest in piss.
Oh shit. With that being said, man, y'all people make sure you like, subscribe. Please hit the bell for any notifications, man, not just for my show, but for the BGSE network. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Numbers looking wonderful. Thank you for the comments, man. Grandizer, everybody else, man, they kind of supported and helped us out, man. I appreciate you guys all the time. Like I said, man, we usually here on Friday. We just got a little bit busy, but we had to give you a show here on Saturday. So make sure you guys continue to tune in, man, log in, join in, all of that good stuff. For myself, man, for everybody else out there, yo, broken, you know what I'm saying? We about to get up out of here. And with that being said, y'all, I'm just going to get up out of here with holla at y'all. Peace.
Yeah. Hey, Whitney hitting that walk, dog. Whitney walking on this thing. Hey, was so
that was class. That was class.
She was getting it too, dog. Like she was getting it, dog. She was wild, dog.
She was getting it. I'm gonna holla at y'all, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace, man.
Cruising in a Rari with the hair and nails and toes done. Always keep it never gonna give me.
We're gonna make a lot of women mad at this one, but it's alright.
Gonna get a shot at romance. It's kinda too cold.
Yeah.
I'm ice cold.